Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Cities Skylines. In the last one we didn't do too much, we just kind of got things a little cleaned up, kind of explained what happened to the series a little bit. But in this episode, we are going to, I think, finish off this highway here. It's going to be a little bit of a project, but it should be worthwhile. In terms of this rail, I don't know what to do with it anymore. I know how I want it, but I think it's going to have to run on this side. So it may have to... It may be easier to, I don't know yet, to maybe bring it across this road. See, it's like it's always going to inconvenience in some way or another. It's going to be a problem one way or another. But I think it may be easier just having it over here, and we just kind of bring it down a couple levels, bring it down to 6, where we can kind of come over top of it a little bit. I think that may be our best bet, and then we can kind of, basically what I think we can do, see, it's like here, it's like when we build roads, like I'm planning on having like a city out over here, and you can see that's a pretty good amount of space, so there's going to be quite a bit of traffic coming through here, and it's like, this is right next to where the freeway is going to be. We can put the freeway right along the curve of this bay here. That'll give us a little bit more room, but I kind of want to build a few things along the road there. So I'm just not sure. One thing I want to do, and I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I want to kind of create a road that comes along here as well. So much going on, but let's start small. So let's go ahead and start all the way back here. So this can be the last of the frontage road area. And I just deleted some of the frontage road here. So yeah, the freeway is not really needed right now, but I kind of want to build out the city a little bit more, and this is kind of where we can do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this down to 6. All right. We're gonna try and get a little bit. We could bring it down all the way, but I feel like this is gonna work out better. And then we're going to bring that all the way to about where it starts curving. So it's going to be a little bit elevated above the frontage road. It goes back, actually goes down and then jumps back up a little bit. And then that way it won't be such a hassle trying to build some of the stuff we're trying to build here. Alright, so that's a little bit elevated. It's going to be a little bit interesting when it comes to building these on and off ramps here, but hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. Now I want to knock these back just a tad before these curves begin. So yeah, curves and freeways are not always the easiest to accomplish here, but maybe if I can kind of stick to that a little bit. Yeah, so it'll make it a lot easier. Wow. Sometimes I don't get why the game does some of the stuff it does. I think sometimes it does it just to bug me. But, alright, so let's go ahead, let's see here. That's not really following that like this was. That's where it's going to be a little bit of a... before we start building the other side, let's just see here. Because I kind of built a little too close to this side. Kind of wish I had it more in the middle, because it kind of looks a little off as well by not having it in the middle, but... oh well. So let's see here. If we kind of come back to oh man, I'm just not able to get the angle that I want. There we go. Just trying to get it to kind of come alongside the frontage road there. And do something like that. That should work. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, that actually worked out a lot better than I was expecting, which is usually how this game works. So let's see here. We'll keep it at 6 while we're coming off of the freeway. And then... man, yeah, I knew that was going to be a little too close. That angle is just not going to work. Let's just see what we can do here. Let's see if we let it naturally do it. How does that work? That looks... decent. I think that'll work. We can live with that for sure. And then again, when we get off over here, now this is going to be a little bit more of a challenging spot. Oh man, because we're right up close against that. If we use this here, yeah, it's gonna be a little steep. But I think I can work with that. Maybe if we come off, actually it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, see, it's not so high up that it's a big deal. I mean, it does drop down a little bit, but I think, and it doesn't distort anything, so I think I'm gonna go and leave that. I think that looks alright, so that works out pretty well. This side is gonna be a little bit more of a challenging end here. Let's see what we can get out of this. Try and line it up as best as I can here. So that looks decent. It could be wrong, but it looks alright for now. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that. So now we could probably do the same thing over here. Kind of keep it from going. Because see, I kind of want to bring it down a little bit to make it. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we will do what I was thinking, and we will drop this down a couple levels just to let's go and just delete all this. We don't have to worry about trying to line back up with anything. Yeah, I think we'll just do all that. And where is, there it is. Okay. And we want no overhead. Alright, and we want that. Okay. So line that back up. Use the rake tool. So let's come down to about 6 by there. Yeah, because if we go any lower, it's going to do that. Or we could use the other tool, but I kind of don't want to, if we can help it. So let's come back up to ground level. So I'll go below ground a little bit. So then we just have to come up over it by about 6. Alright. So we can get away with doing like we did before. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. So we can work with that. So come down to 6, but we're gonna keep it as an elevated section for now. I do love mods so much in this game. Because if it wasn't for mods, I would not be able to do this right now. Because this game throws a fit when you try to do something like this. Oops. So, you know, by a little give and take, so that goes down a little bit, this comes up and over a little bit. It works out beautifully. So we'll come straight across like that. So that works, and that should give enough room. Could almost come up just a little bit on that, but I think we'll be alright. So now let's see if we can kind of match this on this side. I'm kind of giving a little bit of room on these now, because if we ever need to widen out this road, I want to make sure that we have the room to do it. So that curve's a little bit different than that one, but I think that's, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's definitely, I can notice it. You probably won't, but I can notice that this is a little bit different curve, and this always bugged me in this game. And it's gonna start all the way back here, so let me just see what I can get away with here. Let's see if I can fix it up. Let's grab this guy. So do that. And then let me get a little bit closer this time. That is at 9, so that looks pretty decent though. I wish I came down to the right level on that. Oh wow, that was at 15. That might explain a lot. Did I come up too high? I came up too high on that road. On that one there. It's not that bad though, because I want to fix it, but at the same time, nice, so I got on the right road level here. But at the same time, it's not that noticeable, and everything's working out pretty good over here on this end. So I don't want to mess with it. All right. Yeah, so I'm just not going to mess with it at this time. Okay, so now comes the fun part here. So I think we might do something like that again over here. We're gonna kind of cross this guy over onto this side, maybe towards. Might even not have to do it because we're gonna start the bridge pretty far back here because it's gonna come up pretty far. Probably about, I don't know how many meters to a foot. We're probably going to come up pretty far because it's gonna be a major channel crossing. So what? That's 84 meters. So I don't know if I have my phone around here, but if I can Google that, then basically that's, you know, we're gonna go height. So if we're trying to, I don't know, let's say an average height might be 150 2 meters. Let's see here. So about 45 meters would be about 150 feet. So that's not too bad. So we can go to 40, about 45 meters, and that should be about 100 feet. So yeah, that works out pretty well. Wow, that's crazy. That's 150 feet off the ground. That's incredible. That's crazy. It's definitely going to be one of the major projects I've done in the city, but it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be pretty cool, I have to say. So we could probably come down a little bit lower than that if we really, really wanted to, but I think that's going to be what we're going to go for, is about 45 meters in height. So that's not too bad. In terms of where we need to start to hit that and to make it look decent, I'm not sure. I mean, we don't have to. We can worry about hitting it. You know, we don't have to worry about hitting it until probably about here. You know, and then probably span it, and then probably about here start dropping down again. So it's gonna make it interesting because of the way this game does stuff. Like I said, with the bridges, but it should be all right. This guy, I don't really like how that curve is. It doesn't look right to me. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning all the way back over here. No, we don't need 150 meters right at this point. Oh, this has got elevated now. Look at that, they updated it. That used to not have elevated sections to it, but now it does. Nice. Well, we need to change that to normal. So let's see if we can bridge construction. Okay, normal. There we go. Alright. Kind of lost where it was there for a second. They did build a bridge there. I don't really like how that looks. Let me fix that. I'll tell you what, we can do something like this. We can do something like this. Clean that up, just like that. Just like that, it's gone. Alright. So that's the national road. So now we can kind of hug this a little bit tighter than we would have. And then we can kind of come down like that. That looks alright. That's doable. Alright, so we'll keep that at 6. Just get that elevated the whole time, which might make my life a little bit more difficult. But after we hit this here, it's going to be ground level. Alright. And so let's see if I can get this to go straight. I don't know how this is all going to work or look. So we'll kind of come to there and then come up to 12. I want to give enough room just in case we have to widen out that road. Alright, this guy is actually following pretty much the same path. Like, it's a little off. Is it even off at all? I think it's a little off, yes. It's like a tiny bit off, but can definitely live with that for sure. And then, so we can kind of get the same, yeah, so that works pretty well. So it's going to kind of come to the side of this, where this was originally, which is all good. Alright, now, it's just going to be one large curve. Going to kind of make it nice and easy of a curve, but it's also, okay, before we get too far, let's figure out how the roads are going to be out here. So we have that right there. So what I see is maybe a road. Yeah, what I see is maybe a road like right here that kind of comes around the not that extreme. Like with that. Kind of comes around the coast here a little bit. And I'll come under the bridge probably at some point. Oh, right in here, I didn't realize I'd already gone around there. So that's going to be like the main interchange for that. The bridge is probably going to start in here somewhere from what I'm thinking. It's going to start pretty far from there. Okay. So that should be okay. Just trying not to get too ahead of ourselves here, but I'll go there. So what I'm thinking is there'll be kind of like a little mini interchange here at some point, depending on how much traffic comes through here, how much, even if we build here at all. We might smooth this hill out just a little bit. I might cheat a little bit in that way. Not really cheat. Well, yeah, I doubt a city would, but we might build some homes in here kind of overlooking. Yeah, it might be pretty cool. Kind of have some layered homes that kind of overlook the beach and whatnot. That might be unique. We might keep that. So this will probably come across here, eventually like so, and then go, actually it'll probably curve the other way. Oops. Probably come around the hill here a little bit, not go completely right over it. So that'll probably be an interchange right there, which we can do. So let me see if I can, I want to do this real quick. Back, okay. And boom, like that. Alright. So, should we come down to ground level? Yeah. And then that was a little bit more of a curve than I was wanting. So I can kind of delete this here real quick. Delete this. And then we can kind of straighten off right through there. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. So yeah, this is a lot of infrastructure for this amount of people, but I just want to kind of get this road done, basically, is where I'm at. I want to kind of get this over with. Now, this road, what I think will end up happening, I wish I paid attention to this a minute ago, is, ooh, yeah, that's kind of cutting it a little bit close, is it'll kind of come across over here. And maybe we'll have like a T into a road, and one that kind of comes around this way, and one that comes around this way and ends up in this road or something. See how that goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's delete most of this here, up until here anyways. So yeah, again, we only came down to like 6 or so there. Which, honestly, I'm not sure why I haven't done this really before, like with the coming down to only 6. I'm sure that there at some point was some reason why. But it's definitely helped me out a lot. Oh, again, I did that. Darn. So used to coming up to back up to 12, and I end up going up to 15 or above. We need to hit it twice. End up hitting it like 3 or 4 times. Alright, why is that kind of acting so strange? Oh well. Oh yeah, I guess it did come all the way down to level there. It looks alright that side, but when you get over here, there's some weird bumps, so let's kind of redo that a little bit. They won't make it look too off here. Let's go and back that off all the way to there. Great. Probably messed it all up now. So we'll bring it down to 6 like we had it here. Getting these a little closer than I would like them to be, but oh well. I mean, we can always redo that as we need. But the way I see it is it's kind of coming at that because we're trying to get it on the same mound, dirt mound there. But if we do that, and can we get these both? No. That's going to be the problem. Okay. I'm just trying to think of future growth here, and so that's the problem I'm coming up with here. So let's go ahead and just get rid of this curve altogether, and then we can try to split these apart a little bit. That'd be most helpful here. 6, and that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Can we get these up to, theoretically, can we get these both up to at least, we can get them both up to there. Okay. 5 lanes. Like, I doubt we'll need to get to that level, but if we ever do, we should be able to. Which is good. It's It's good to plan ahead. It's always a good thing to plan ahead. Especially in this game, because if you don't, like, you'll see me, I don't a lot, but there are sometimes I do, and it's for good reason, because this game will chew you up and spit you out if you just decided not to. Alright. We kind of follow that road now. Kind of merge into it. Kind of use what we have there already. And then kind of curve this guy around a little bit. Alright. So that's probably about where we want to start doing the bridge. What was it? 45 meters? So probably come up to, how does that look? 21. Wow, this game does not do well with huge expansions. It does not like doing angles, so we can get about half there. That looks pretty decent. Let's go down to road level here and just see what it looks like. Ugh, can't control it. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty smooth. And it does level off there. We could probably cut the last part off. And then, yeah, because it's going to drop down a little bit because of the way the land is. So 150 feet above, like, the land that we're at now, or above water? It's going to be above water. So just kind of give an idea what it'll look like. That's pretty crazy. Wish I could use different supports, but oh well. That looks pretty good. Actually, I can use different supports. What am I talking about? Oh man, got mods installed that I don't even realize. So we could probably take this all the way up until about this cliff side here when it starts going back down again. So if we kind of level this all off right here, try and create as level as possible, so right as it starts going down, that's when we can start raising the, going up on the bridge. Let's just see what that looks like. So kind of get to about in here somewhere. Yeah, that road's gonna have to change. It's kind of throwing me off too. And then we can get going up to height here. Where are we at now? We're at 21. Let's see here. What's that look like? That looks pretty... Oops, wrong button. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. Alright, let's see if we can actually get on top of the bridge now. I just kind of want to see what it looked like below it. Nice tree. Nice bush. Yeah, it's pretty much... we could probably actually come up another level from that point, because it actually kind of drops down a little bit towards the end, so we could actually do something like, and then by the time we're out over here, we get up to 45-ish. Yeah, I like how that looks. Oh man, I should have chose different pillars. Yeah, because it's pretty much at 150 feet right there. I mean, we didn't have to actually increase that too much. That actually works out, so we could probably have some makeshift little interchange right here, like an on and an off ramp onto this road. Nothing too fancy, but nothing too bad. So let's see if I can kind of do this again. So what is it? Let's just say start right there. So we can kind of follow this and get the same thing going here. And pillar. So we can do something like that. And then as time goes on, I don't know if these even have the ability. Oh, they do. Okay, it'll turn into that. That looks a little bit more like it, but those other ones definitely did not look like they were meant for this kind of stuff. But I think what we'll do here is I think we will go ahead and build this ahead. So what we did 27, so what if we did 30 to there? Oh man, of course it would do that. Okay. You kind of go up to where it was, and it changed the pillars on me too. Was it these? Yeah, those will work. So, kind of goes down, doesn't it? Okay. And then I chose the 8 lane by accident the last time. Alright. So, go up to a little bit more than 30. Okay, that's definitely not as smooth of a transition. And it just kind of levels out there, so I mean, we could pretty much keep going. Just trying to kind of find that happy medium here. Gonna start going up a little bit there, don't we? Maybe we should delete it all the way back up to there. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely a lot of trial and error, on the, especially on this game. Those ones again? They're pretty decent. Yeah, we'll go and do that. Alright. Just trying to see if I can kind of follow a little bit better of a curve here. What is that, 21? Do something like that. Yeah, see, it drops back down after that point. Let's go and go back to there. And let's see if we come up to 30 something, like 30s. Still drops down a little bit there. It's actually going down lower than going up higher. Let's see if we can actually, oops, yeah, not landing on the road. Kind of annoying, but oh well. Alright. I mean, that part looks all good. And then we get to here, and it actually drops down. So we could probably go, let's see, where does it start dropping down? Like right in here, so if we start right in here. Come on. Thank you. So if we kind of do that, and then we kind of do all those as far as we can. We're already up to 30 some. Okay. And get it up to 45. Right in about what there will be fine. Alright. Yeah, a lot of tedious work with bridges in this game, but once you finally get it laid out, it's usually alright. Unfortunately, that first time that we had it looked pretty good, but still drops down a little bit there. Where does it drop a little bit? Right in there, you can see it. It drops down a little bit, but it looks alright. Alright, so if we go back onto it. Alright, yeah, see, it kind of drops down a little bit. That's kind of weird, but oh well. And you are now 150 feet above the water, supposedly. I could see that. That looks pretty tall. That looks pretty good. I like those pillars too. They're not perfect for this, but they look pretty good for this, I have to say. For sure. So, yeah, this has been a pretty good episode so far. It's actually gone on a little bit longer than I would like. It's gone on almost 30 minutes, but oh well. So, as you can see, we kind of got the main part of the freeway done. We got all this done, and then we started working on the actual initial bridge part. So, we need to just get this other side to this point, and then we can start coming down to the other side. And hopefully everything will be all good after we do that. So, I may do a little bit of this off camera, just kind of get it, you guys kind of saw what it is. I don't know, we'll see if I split it up into parts or not. But I'm definitely excited for how this is looking. I kind of wish it looked a little bit better in this area. I might be able to clean it up a little bit. I don't want to mess with it too much though. You know, like I said, it does drop down just a little bit, but I don't want to mess with it too much, so I might just leave it. It's not that noticeable, especially from this height. Even when you're driving over it, it's not too bad, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of leave it for now, and if it bugs me bad enough, I might change it, but I don't see any reason to right at this point. So definitely, guys, if you like the series, go to the like button, on a favorite, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget to check out all the other videos I've done on this series, and as always, thanks for watching.